So I just read or slash saw a post from a friend, and she was talking about, things that were going on in her life, and she said she was feeling super vulnerable, and she was at a point where she's like, I just have to share this with someone because I got to get it out. I got to get it outside of me, and I don't want to be holding this in and trying to go through it and push through it, and it's not working out. And she went on to talk about how she found this secluded space and went there, spent some time, and started thinking and just waiting and really opening herself up to answers or clarity or all these things. And she had this process. I think in her case it went on for a couple of days, but anyway, she kind of got to this point to where she felt something different. Her spirit felt different, energy felt different. She felt like she experienced something so much greater and bigger and good, and it ended up well. And I was like, what a wonderful scenario, and so good for her that she knows how to access those things that she needs for those moments that do happen in life. Some of you have been following us for a while, so you know that we actually call that teshuva, a part of returning to the path. But for that teshuva moment that she was able to give herself, it just made me wonder how many of us, whether it's this concept of God or Savior or universe or bigger, whatever, that discussion may be or maybe not for another day, but how many of us really feel comfortable tapping into something greater than ourselves when we reach the end of ourselves? Because as much as we don't want that to happen, so often life is such that you probably aren't going to get out of life without coming to the end of yourself. And I know what I have and what I do when I come up against that. But for those of you watching here, I was just wondering, man, do you have something you can go to that's bigger than yourself when everything falls apart and the bottom just falls out? I hope you do. And that's really what we're getting at when we're trying to talk so much about oneness and love and healing and compassion and co-creating and life with God and all these things. It's just, this life can get at you and tear you apart, and we just want to help you experience, yes, your own healing and joy and freedom and compassion and love, but even more so, there's so much greatness in this world, as hard as it can be sometimes, and man, so much of it is bigger, better, and outside of ourselves.